A herd of dinosaurs larger than highway trucks migrate across what's now Western North America. The group protect their babies from predators like Allosaurus by hiding the youngsters in the center of the herd. And speaking of big babies, Apatosaurus eggs were about a foot long. The 70-foot-long dinosaurs walk in search of tasty forest leaves. Apatosaurus, one of the most colossal creatures to ever walk the earth, roamed the lush river valleys and floodplains of North America during the Late Jurassic period, nearly 150 million years ago. Towering as high as a two-story building and stretching over 70 feet in length, this enormous sauropod embodied the ancient world's sense of grandeur. Its long neck swept gracefully above the ground, allowing it to reach vegetation that few other animals could access, while its massive, pillar-like legs supported a body that could weigh more than 20 tons. Despite its size, Apatosaurus was a peaceful browser, spending much of its day foraging among ferns, cycads, and towering conifers that dominated the prehistoric landscape. Its life unfolded in a world shared with mighty predators like Allosaurus, armored Stegosaurus, and herds of equally massive sauropods, all part of the dynamic ecosystems preserved in the Morrison Formation. The long neck of Apatosaurus was one of its most defining features, yet remains one of the most debated. Unlike the elegant, swan-like portrayal often seen in early reconstructions, scientists now believe its neck was held more horizontally, acting like a sweeping feeding tool rather than a vertical crane. The sturdy vertebrae, some of the largest ever discovered, revealed a structure built for power, not flexibility. Its tail, equally impressive, may have been capable of producing whip-like cracks that echoed across Jurassic plains. Some studies suggest the tail could move at supersonic speeds, potentially creating a sound not unlike a gunshot, which may have served as a defensive display, or a means of communication among herd members. Life for Apatosaurus likely revolved around the movement of its herd, for sauropods appear to have lived in loose social groups, migrating together in search of abundant vegetation and water sources. Young Apatosaurus individuals, far more vulnerable to predators, may have stayed near the edges of the herd or within protected spaces between adults. Fossil trackways suggest that juveniles walk with agility, growing rapidly in their first years to reach a size that deterred predators. By adulthood, an Apatosaurus had few enemies. Only the largest theropods might attempt a risky attack, and even then, an adult-sized tail and defensive posturing were formidable deterrents. Apatosaurus did not chew its food in the way modern herbivores do. Instead, it stripped vegetation with its peg-like teeth and swallowed large chunks whole. These massive quantities of plant matter were processed in an expansive digestive system, likely aided by gastroliths, stones swallowed to help grind food in the stomach. Its metabolism, though not fully understood, may have required the animal to spend much of the day feeding, slowly moving across the terrain like a living mountain. As it fed, it shaped its environment, trampling pathways through forests and creating openings that allowed new plants to flourish, making Apatosaurus a keystone species long before the term existed. The Morrison Formation, where most Apatosaurus fossils have been discovered, preserves the vivid story of life during the Late Jurassic. Seasonal rains filled river channels, creating lush floodplains where sauropods thrived. During dry seasons, vast stretches of land became arid, pushing herds toward dwindling water sources. In these moments, Apatosaurus may have been forced to travel long distances, leaving deep footprints that hardened into stone over millions of years. These tracks, along with bones from individuals of different ages, reveal clues about migration patterns, social behaviors, and population dynamics. Paleontologists continue to uncover new fossils that shed light on how these giants lived, grew, and interacted with their environment. Apatosaurus was once confused with the closely related Brontosaurus due to early classification errors. For decades, the two names were used interchangeably, and Brontosaurus became a cultural icon. However, further research eventually clarified the differences between the species, restoring Apatosaurus to its rightful place in paleontological history. Modern studies now support the idea that Brontosaurus may indeed be a distinct genus after all, but Apatosaurus remains one of the best known and most studied sauropods, thanks to the abundance and quality of its fossils. Its bones, particularly the massive cervical vertebrae, provide unparalleled insight into sauropod anatomy. The skeletal strength of Apatosaurus was remarkable. Its limb bones were thick and dense, built to support unimaginable weight. The femur alone could measure over 6 feet long and weigh hundreds of pounds. The vertebrae were designed with air sacs, making them lighter and more efficient, while still incredibly strong, a feature later inherited by birds. This unique bone structure allowed Apatosaurus to grow to enormous sizes while maintaining mobility. The air sacs also played a role in breathing, forming a complex respiratory system that may have resembled that of modern birds, enabling efficient oxygen intake to sustain such a titanic body. The world of Apatosaurus was one of predators and prey, droughts and floods, towering forests and constantly shifting landscapes. Yet despite the challenges, this gentle giant endured for millions of years, adapting to changes in climate and ecosystem. It lived through generations of volcanic activity, evolving plant life, and competition from other sauropods. Its long-term success is evident in the fossil record, where numerous individuals of varying ages have been found. Some skeletons show signs of healed injuries, suggesting resilience and longevity, while others preserve growth rings in their bones that allow scientists to estimate age and development. With each bone unearthed, scientists gain a deeper understanding of Apatosaurus' life. CT scans and biomechanical models reveal how its muscles attached, how its tail moved, how its neck functioned, and how its weight was distributed. These studies paint a portrait of a creature not only massive but beautifully adapted to its environment, an engineering masterpiece of evolution. The more we learn, the more the Jurassic world comes alive, and Apatosaurus stands at the center of that ancient ecosystem as one of its most iconic inhabitants. Though it vanished long before the great extinction event that ended the age of dinosaurs, Apatosaurus left behind a legacy written in stone. Its fossils remind us of an age when giants shaped the earth, when forests trembled beneath footsteps heavier than elephants, and when herds of sauropods stretched across the horizon like living mountains. Today, Apatosaurus remains a symbol of deep time, a reminder of the vast history of life on our planet and the incredible forms it has taken. Its story invites us to look back into a world long gone, to imagine the slow, thunderous procession of dinosaurs through Jurassic forests, and to appreciate the miraculous diversity of life that has thrived across Earth's ancient past.